Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's a new episode of Osprey Observer TV with yours truly, Johnny Torres, and Editor-in-Chief of the Osprey Observer, Marie Gilmore. Hello, Marie.
Good morning, everybody.
Well, and I'm so excited because you lined up two amazing interviews. First, we're going to talk to a couple of twins who are absolutely amazing. They are graduating and raising the bar in the process. We'll tell you exactly what they've done in just a bit. And we've also got a great family activity for you that is absolutely free. You can't beat that. And it's happening right in our own backyard. So let's start off with our first interview, Marie. Who are we talking to?
We are so excited this morning because we've got some great interviews. And the first one we're kicking off is Nick and Ben Sherwin, who are the valedictorian and salutatorian of Strawberry Crest High School. They're also, as you can probably tell, identical twin brothers who are still buddies, and they're actually going to be roommates as they head off to UF this fall. So good morning, young man. How are you today?
Good morning.
Good morning. So which one is the 8.51 GPA? That is Ben. And then coming in right behind with an 8.50 is his brother, Nick. Well, congratulations, young men. We're very, very impressed. Tell me, how did you get so smart?
I guess it kind of started like in elementary school. We just always kind of pushed ourselves and tried to be in the best classes. And we had a good education from Beavis and Randall. I think that helped us.
Yeah, they definitely provided us with a solid foundation in every subject, I'd say, especially math and science for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, very good. Well, how do you get a GPA of 8.51 when sometimes you think the perfect score is a 4.0? What did you do to line yourselves up to get such a significant GPA?
So the way in Hillsborough County that GPA works, it's your unweighted GPA is the one that's out of 4.0, and then the weighted one that you're talking about with the 8.51 is basically it's added in a way that AP classes count as 0.08 on top of 4.0, and then unweighted, I think, is, what is it?
For honors, it's 0.04, and then AP and IB and dual enrollment is 0.08. So that just keeps
adding up. So,
well, you guys definitely did a good job. So tell me, how many dual enrollment classes did you take? How many APs? Things like that. Give us some tips.
About 5 dual enrollment classes, and then AP, I want to say 10,
around
10-ish.
10, I'd say.
And then IB is a standard 6, and that's what we do all day at schools, IB. And then you can also take electives, which are the AP classes that we took on top of that.
Most of the AP classes were electives that we voluntarily took.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, but did you also have fun in high school?
Yeah, for sure. It's nice.
A lot of people in our IB program, and it's a pretty small program, so you get to know everybody, which was very nice.
Yeah. Well, guys,
really
I had to put on my glasses just so I could feel a little bit smarter next to you guys. I was certainly a very, very average student, and so I actually have a 4-year-old daughter, and she'll be going into school into public school the next year. What was it that you think drove you guys? What was it along the way that kept you guys motivated, kept you guys focused? For other kids out there who want to achieve what you guys have done.
I think it's mainly just a drive towards the future, all of elementary, middle, and high schools all building up to college and what you want to do with your life. So I think it's important just to have an intrinsic motivation to keep pushing forward and achieve your goals for the future. Just set a goal and try and achieve it.
I think it's important to find your interest and then channel your passion into growth in that area, and mainly just focus on what you're interested in, and you'll see positive results through that.
Now, I'm guessing while twins, you might be, you probably have your strengths and weaknesses. So, were you guys good at the same subjects, or are you guys stronger in different subjects? What's the kind of chemistry there?
I'd say we're about equal in most of the subjects, but I think Nick likes history more and the humanities, and I'm more geared towards math and science.
Of course, nobody tells you this, right? But it's still way too early to even truly decide what you want to do for a living. But putting you on the spot right now for the sake of this interview, what do you guys have in mind for your future post-college?
I'm thinking I might go pre-medicine and something in that route in the medical field, since both our mom and dad are in the medical field. Our dad's a pharmacist and our mom's a nurse. So I've always been around that environment, and it's something that interests me and I want to explore further in undergraduate studies. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm thinking about majoring in biomedical engineering and math at UF, so I'll see where that takes me. That could possibly be like an MD or a PhD or either or, but I'm open to explore in college, see what's out there.
I actually think both of you could do it. You're very driven, motivated young men. You've done a phenomenal job. Let me ask you, when you started at Strawberry Crest, which is already, a tough school to get into, right? The IB program has qualifications. You have to apply, and then you have to take a long bus ride every morning and every afternoon to get to school for all those years. Did you get to Strawberry Crest thinking we're going to be top of the class?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think it was like a goal we set out to do. It was more just trying to explore interest in math and science. And that's why we did dual enrollment in these AP classes, to just find classes that interest us and explore them a little. And if it happened to raise our GPA, then it did.
So at what point did you start to feel like, hey, we might be the top of the class here? We may end up being valedictorian, salutatorian. When did that start to kind of become a focus for you guys?
I guess probably like the end of junior year, maybe, or like early senior year. I think it was kind of just by talking with like all our friends and like about GPA and stuff, it was kind of obvious that we were like front runners, I guess.
You're like, I think we're kind of inching up there. We might even be number 1 and 2.
Yeah,
that's really
doesn't actually like release that information until February. So
no kidding.
Did that become a goal for you guys? Is that something that obviously once you kind of saw it in your sights that you aimed for, and that became like an attainable goal? Or did you guys just kind of continue on with what you've been doing all these years?
We probably just continue on with what we were doing.
I don't think it was really a goal to set out to be number 1 and 2. Just mainly just find classes that interest me and explore them a little bit more.
So obviously you're graduating during a global pandemic. Mm-hmm. This is not a typical senior year for any Hillsborough County students, but especially for you two. What were your roles as valedictorian and salutatorian? And I think, we've got something scheduled for July. We're hoping you're still going to be able to perform those roles, but what are your responsibilities in those roles?
Well, I know that we both have to give a speech at graduation, so whether that's on Zoom or like online, or if it's in person in July, either way, I think we'll still be giving our speeches just to wrap up the year.
Okay.
Close out this chapter in our lives and continue to move on.
Absolutely. It'll be one for the history book, certainly something you'll never forget. Have you started to write those speeches? And if so, what's one message you'd love to share with your fellow graduates this year?
Yeah, we started writing them. So I would say my one message to take away, certainly for right now, is that we're facing a lot of challenges right now, but with those challenges, there's also a lot of opportunities. With all this free time, there's so much time to explore your interests or passions or work on certain projects that you haven't had the time to. So I'd say to take advantage of this time now and find interest in certain things that you can do in your free time rather than waste it.
Well, you guys have obviously have an affinity, to again, your typical school subjects. And so what are some of your interests or some of your activities that you do to get away from, again, your math, science, English, etc.?
I would say there's some like projects that I've been working on, trying to clean stuff right now just because I have the time. Try to exercise more now that we have the time to go out on bike rides, get out in nature, play basketball in our front yard.
So before the coronavirus, were you guys in any clubs or any other kind of activities, or were you guys pretty much just focused on your core subjects?
Yeah, we were involved in like a lot of clubs throughout high school. So
okay,
we were like co-presidents of a lot of the clubs, like Mu Alpha Theta, which is our math club, Science Competitors Club. We were involved in FBLA, which is Future Business Leaders of America, HOSA, which is Health Occupation Students of America. Anything else?
Those are the main ones that we devoted time into.
So before coronavirus, I'd say we were pretty like pressed for time and involved. But now that coronavirus has hit, I think we've had a lot more time to just like figure ourselves out and do things that benefit us.
Well, it's good because normally that's what tend to happens once you get into college. You know, you don't have all the responsibilities around being around your mom and dad, and obviously, you know, you're starting to kind of rebuild your social circle. You know, especially when you go away to a school like UF, and so it's good that you're having that opportunity now. You know, and you know, and hopefully that'll open some new doors and some new ideas and opportunities for you. Why University of Florida? You know, let's get into that for a second.
Mainly probably financial aspect of it, because all the out-of-state colleges are like insane prices, like $80,000 a year and stuff
Mortgage
like that.
payments.
Sure.
That's right.
Did you apply anywhere else?
Yeah, we applied to a lot of like the out-of-state schools. We were accepted to a bunch of them, but ultimately we just chose UF because they gave us basically a full ride just on scholarships for both of us. So
for both of you.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and congratulations to your mom and dad.
Yeah, they appreciate it for sure.
And are either of your parents alumnus of UF?
Our mom is.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got to be so proud.
Yeah.
She's really excited.
Very good, and good for you boys thinking so logistically. College is expensive, and especially it sounds like both of you are going to carry on to postgraduate education as well. So getting these first 4 years covered is really huge and amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So when you wrote your essays for your college applications, what did you talk about?
There were like a bunch of prompts that were like dependent on basically the school. So there were like a bunch of various prompts that we had to write about, but you have to be really, really creative with the things that you write about and to try and find a unique way to tell about yourself. Because I think a lot of people writes like generic stuff, so you really have to try and stick out and be outside of the box with college essays. It's a different style of writing than anything else that we've ever done. So
okay, is there anything you wrote in those essays that stand out to you that might have helped you both of you get into UF, or you think it was all based on your merit?
Probably a combination of both, but mainly our essays just reflected, like we were saying, like our passions and stuff, and we put a creative like spin on that. So like just like our extracurriculars, we tie that all in. And
did you talk about being a twin and being able to do this with your brother and all?
With those essays, just like our unique standpoint and experiences of being a twin. Okay. A lot of it's like anecdotal, the college essays.
And did you have anyone who helped you, a guidance counselor at school, your mom and dad? Did you guys do any SAT prep type classes? Or was it all you two?
Mainly the essay writing was most of us, but we also had our guidance counselor from school guide us along like the way in 4 years.
Yeah, we also did SAT prep too.
Yeah, we did a few SAT prep stuff.
And how many times did you write your SATs, if I may ask?
I did it twice, I think, and then I did
SAT
twice. But I only used the first score, so it didn't really matter.
Oh, so the first one was your best one. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. And then dual enrollment, did you do it at Strawberry Crest? Did you go to campus somewhere online? How did you do that?
We did it online. It's just like much more convenient where you don't have to like go to campus and sit in a class all day.
Sure.
We mostly did that over the summer to give us something to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Any tips for any students out there who might wish to be a valedictorian and or salutatorian of their high school class? Any insider information you can give them?
Just like push yourself and try and challenge yourself and take a lot of AP classes, or if you're an IB, mix IB and AP and dual enrollment, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'd say work hard and find classes that you're interested in and just continue to explore that throughout the 4 years of your high
Well,
school.
it sounds like you two absolutely figured it out. I'll just do one final question, and then I want to just thank you for joining us today. You guys are a pleasure. I'm so excited for the futures you have ahead. I think you'll both do amazing in college, and you'll have each other, which is just wonderful that you get to go to college with sort of a best friend right there beside you. What are you most looking forward to moving out of the house and getting up to college next year? We're crossing our fingers that you get to move out in the fall, but even if it's in the spring, what are you looking forward to becoming college students?
I would say to meet more new people and have a new sense of independence to continue to explore my interests and find things that are really fun to me.
Yeah, just having like autonomy over your actions and like classes that you can take and just explore your interests, join a bunch of clubs that you're interested in, and just have a nice time.
Absolutely. Well, Nick and Ben, thank you both for being with us today. I really wish you all the best of luck. Have a great time in college. Just enjoy every minute and keep it up. I can't wait to be calling you doctor and doctor someday in the future. Have a great day, guys.
Have a good day.
Have a good
Bye.
day.
Thanks again to Ben and Nick Sherwin. Surely not feeling any insecurity over here whatsoever after talking to those two guys. They are just brilliant beyond their years, and they're going to be successful no matter what they pursue. And so all the best of luck to them, and a true testament to the teachers here in Hillsborough County. They even obviously acknowledged the schools that they went to and talked about how influential it was to get them to where they are today. And I'm sure we'll have many updates from them because they're going to do some big things. Right, Marie?
Absolutely. Big futures ahead.
Well, next up, we've got a family activity for you happening right in our own backyard. It is free and it is fun and certainly different. Let's talk camels in Valrico, of all places. It's Camel Kingdom now.
So about 2 weeks ago, I got this little message on a Wednesday, which is hump day, that there were camels in Valrico. And I said, what? Is somebody pulling my leg? Well, no. We found out there's a drive-through camel display in Valrico at the Hillsborough County Fairgrounds. It's free for the public. Families can just drive through and see the camels. And here today we have Ryan Henning, who is one of the owners of the show. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, yes, that's right. I'm one of many animal care specialists here at Camel Kingdom, and you hit it right on the nail, right on the head. We're here at the Hillsborough County Fairgrounds. We have our all-new, beautiful snow white dromedary camels and our Camel Kingdom drive-through.
So what are you guys doing in Valrico? How did we get so lucky to get camels?
We do a lot of different events here throughout the year. We're here at the county fair in October that they host, October 22nd to November 1st this calendar year. We're also involved with the Christmas event that they host here, the Wonderland of Lights.
We love that event, yes.
Christmas light drive-through. We're the camels that are here every year.
Okay.
So obviously everybody's facing a difficult time right now, and with everything going on and us being in the entertainment business, we've lost pretty much all of our work for the calendar year. And we were talking to Suzanne, the fairgrounds manager here, and she said, do you want to bring your beautiful camels by? Maybe we open up a free event to the public and do a Camel Kingdom drive-through and accept donations to help the animal care costs. So here we are.
So tell us about these camels, because I learned a lot going through the drive-thru. There's a little audio recording we can listen to. There's some signs we can read to the kids. Tell us a little bit of what we might not know about these camels.
Well, these guys were all born and raised in captivity. They've been around people their entire life. We actually bottle raise all of our baby camels from the day they're born. We're building a strong relationship with all of our camel family members. They're very intelligent creatures. These guys here at Camel Kingdom respond over 30 verbal commands in German, French, and English. And once they learn something or someone, they very rarely forget. A lot of myths out there surround camels. People seem to think that a camel spits, but that's not true. The one-hump camel, the dromedary camel, these guys do not spit. However, the two-humped Bactrian camels, they do spit, just like a llama, alpaca, or a guanaco. Now this one right here, this is Sparkles. He's saying hi.
Oh, hi, Sparkles.
They
He's
love
adorable.
the camera. They are very affectionate creatures. This is Diamond and Olaf.
Olaf.
Right, they're eating breakfast and lunch still. Now, another common myth, a lot of people seem to think that they store water in their hump, but they do, in fact, store fat in their hump, not water. Now, although they can go a long period of time without drinking water in their natural habitat, here at Camel Kingdom, our camels have access to fresh and clean water 24/7.
So, of course, everybody was caught up in this whole Tiger King stuff, and so now I'm just fascinated by anybody that owns anything other than a cat or a dog. So, what is, if you don't mind me asking, about average cost of keeping an animal like this fed and maintained in this kind of a situation?
Well, we have 11 camels total. We have 4 here at the Hillsborough County Fairgrounds in Dover, Florida, that are here at the Camel Kingdom drive-thru right now. But the daily costs are, they do add up. We've got a lot of mouths to feed. They eat hay and grain just like a horse. We have an animal care staff that cares for our animals around the clock 24/7. And these guys are spoiled. But the costs, they do add up. A lot of mouths to feed. Anybody that has horses, cows, farmers know when they have a lot of animals that the costs do add up, especially to maintain that highest standards of care that we provide for them.
Now they seem like they've recently been groomed, or I don't know if that's kind of the normal length of their fur there, but they seem obviously much lighter than what you normally see, I guess, in camels or think of. Is that a particular breed, or is there a reason why they're so so light in skin tone?
Well, they are rare snow white dromedary camels. There's about 500 here in the U.S. and about 3,000 in the entire world. So they are a rare breed. That's why they are a lighter color. They are losing their thick winter coat. We do brush that off in the springtime now, so you can see their hair is thinning out, kind of like mine. So they are losing their winter coat. But yeah, that is pretty normal. They get a thick winter coat when it cools off, and they'll actually go out and lay in the snow. They'll lie down and sleep in the snow. If it's cold outside, they get that thick winter coat. And then in the summertime, they lose it. We brush it all out. And then obviously they're desert creatures, and they adapt well to the Florida climate. Hey, buddy. Hi.
And Ryan, how long have you been raising camels and been involved with camels?
I've been around animals my entire life, kind of born and raised into it. Like I said, these guys are all born and raised in captivity, and they've been around people their entire life. I grew up with camels. I'm originally from Baraboo, Wisconsin, the home of Circus World Museum, which is the original home and winter quarters to the Ringling Brothers. So I've kind of been around animals, been fortunate to grow up in this environment and be around animals my entire life, all different types of animals.
Okay, and this has been...
I was actually on Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus for 14 years with the elephants.
Okay, which I still miss to this day, the traditions of going to the circus with my family. But we have our Ringling Museum, which we're fortunate to have here, and we've been many times. Let me ask you, this has been fairly successful because you're extending a little bit an extra week in our community, aren't you?
That's right. We did have it scheduled, a 2-week Camel Kingdom drive-through, but because of all the positive feedback, the overwhelming response, all the cars that have been turning out, the beautiful weather up until earlier today, we did decide to extend it through May 24th, next Sunday. And again, we're at the Hillsborough County Fairgrounds, located in Dover, Florida. And it is a free drive-through for everybody. It's very fun, educational, and you get to hang out with our beautiful camel family members right here.
Absolutely. We actually came through last week just because I thought it was so unique and unusual. The kids had a blast. We let them under their seat belts and let them just look. And we did a couple loops around, and we didn't feel rushed or anything. And it was just something to do because we're very limited in the activities we can do right now. So it was absolutely perfect. And then exactly. I know you're talking a little bit about doing another event for the community in June.
That's right. In a few weeks, we're talking about offering a drive-in water circus here at the Hillsborough County Fairgrounds. Again, free to the community. We are still working out details, but stay tuned to social media and your local news and stuff like that, because there will be advertisements hitting the market pretty soon. And again, it'll be a free event, water circus drive-in, family-friendly, first-class family entertainment. So we're trying to give the community here in the area more to do, something that's safe and obviously modified given everything that's going on in this day and age right now, social distancing. It's kind of like an old school drive-in movie, but it'll be drive-in live entertainment.
I love it. Well, we'll be sure when we post the video that we'll go ahead and post the link so everybody can go like the page, and then we will absolutely be happy to let people know when you firm up those details. So will it be under the Camel Kingdom page? Where will those details be?
We're probably going to format our own social media page for the Drive-In Water Circus. We'll advertise that. But again, we also advertise America's Show Camels, Inc. is the parent company. And again, that's America's Show Camels. You can visit americasshowcamels.com or camelkingdom.com for additional information. But yeah, you'll see advertisements popping up on your news feed on social media, whether it be Facebook or Instagram, and on your TV screen, because I'm sure the media is going to pick it up.
I'm sure. Well, thank you so much, Ryan, for being with us this morning and showing us your incredible camels. And we'll make sure and tell people they've got another week or so to come on through and do the free drive-through. So thanks for being with us today, Ryan.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. My first Zoom. I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
You did great. You did great.
Well, I certainly didn't think I was going to start my day off by talking to camels, but thanks to Ryan Henning from Camel Kingdom, and that circus that he's talking about that's going to be coming soon sounds absolutely amazing. Can't wait to share the details with you all. And, of course, the place where you're going to find all the details and more information on these interviews and these people we've talked to today is in the Osprey Observer. Marie, what other stories can we find in the Osprey Observer this week?
Well, we're really excited because today marks the day that restaurants can now reserve up to 50% indoor capacity for the restaurants. So we're so thankful that these restaurants have endured through the quarantine. We're excited to get back to them. So watch for your local restaurants, make a reservation, shop local, dine local, support local. A few other stories we have coming up. Today we interviewed two of the, established valedictorian, salutatorian, the Sherwins, but we actually profiled all the local valedictorians, all the salutatorians for all of our area in each of the upcoming editions. So these are some really accomplished students. We're also excited because we've invited several of them to write some articles, messages to the community for what it's like to have their experience, just some advice they have for students. So we're looking forward to putting those in some upcoming editions. And we're also just excited to feature businesses and receive press releases, business column items of how they're accommodating new quarantine rules, social distancing regulations in their own business. We're happy to publish them. So send us all those press releases at editor@ospreyobserver.com, and we're happy to share the news. Let's keep our economy going.
That's right. And thank you again to everybody for watching. Please, if you don't mind, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about today's episode. And also be sure to hit that share button and like Osprey Observer on Facebook for more information, more episodes coming your way. And for more information, always go to ospreyobserver.com and keep your eye out for the next issue. On behalf of Marie Gilmore and the Osprey Observer, I'm Johnny Torres. Thank you so much for watching Osprey Observer TV. Say goodbye, Marie.
Bye. See you next time.